Availability of oxygen. Starting from the nasal cavity.
Aerobic respiration, why oxygen is not there in the reaction?
Where?
C6H12 is not there.
When they are showing this reaction, Krebs cycle, oxygen is written. See, 6 molecule of oxygen. Otherwise also, Krebs cycle occur in presence of oxygen. Means when anaerobic respiration would be there, only this reaction 2 pyruvate along with 2 ATP here. 36 in the mitochondria, 2 outside in the cytoplasm. Only 2 ATPs are released in anaerobic respiration because in that Krebs cycle is not going on in the anaerobic respiration. Now starting from the nasal cavity, describe the path of air from its entrance in the nasal cavity to its utilization in air-6. Whole passage, just now we were discussed. That question means the same was there in the previous exercise. She told, now your turn. Passage of air, passage of air from nasal cavity. Where it goes then after nasal cavity? Directly? After nasal cavity, pharynx, larynx, bronchi, alveolar duct, and alveolar sac and alveoli. Questions are very simple, you know also. This is the intelligence only, means how you taking the question, in which way you are understanding. Structured application skill question. So here's the diagram, and in this they are labeled like ABCD, and here they are labeled also like alveolus, blood flow and air flow. You just have to correlate it, where which action going on. These 4 are given here. Read it quickly. And
when B is blood with high carbon dioxide content, and then C is blood with high oxygen content, and contains red pigment is. And where gas center is A.
Actually, C they are pointing out the red blood cells.
So D would be our oxygenated one, and B would be our the one with high carbon dioxide content.
And gases?
Contains red pigment, and where gas center is alveolus.
Alveolus. Yes. Yes. Here A is with more high oxygen, B is high carbon dioxide. Fine?
A is high oxygen.
Means here near the diffusive layer, means where it get diffused at that level. And then
where gas center is
here in alveolus.
Alveolus is not known. It is only mentioned.
Then that only B and D, and then where the gases A, B, D, C, A. Okay, the following graph shows changes in the volume of air in the lungs of an athlete after a race. So, one thing should be very clear. Here, inspirated is the volume and expirated is the volume. When they after a heavy exercise, one is expired and inspired forcefully. So on the basis of this graph, here are some questions you have to take. At point P, what's going in point P? Inspiration or expiration?
Air is entering the lungs.
Yes. The upper graph shows inspiration. Inspiratory reserve volume. Yes. Air is entering in the lungs. What is the total volume of air breathed in and out of the lungs between P and Q? P 4000, Q 6000. Difference between two? How much? 2000. How many breaths per minute is the athlete taking? Here
Breathe in 1 second.
Here 5
60 would be.
5 seconds, 5 breathe. So in 1 minute, 60 seconds, 60. How many? 60. 60 breathe. Now you are given below the two diagram. Quickly just label it. Quickly label it.
All those parts.
Label it. Then I will ask. First, nostril. Nostril. Second, larynx. Second, numbers you see. First nostril, taken look at the number. 3,
Lungs.
4, diaphragm. Alveolar sacs are there in the lungs. Then fifth,
Pharynx.
nasal cavity. They are showing the upper palate of that nasal cavity. Then 6, trachea. 7 and 8, alveoli. Alveoli or alveolar sac, but they are pointing to the one only. So alveoli you can write. Here identify the part 1 to 8 of the given respiratory system that you have done. What derives diffusion of oxygen and carbon dioxide in the lung from a blood cell to an alveolus? Lungs in the lungs from blood to the alveolus. Blood capillaries to the alveolus. Capillaries. In the lungs, carbon dioxide is most concentrated in the alveoli or in the blood. More carbon dioxide in the alveoli or in the blood capillaries which are surrounding it, and in alveoli. Where? No. Alveoli to be inhaled. Capillaries having more carbon dioxide, we inhale more oxygen. Then diffusion of gases goes in the alveoli, oxygen goes in the blood capillaries, and carbon dioxide diffuse in the alveoli. So at one time means it can be more, but means in contrast of what they are asking. It's like function we mostly means we having more amount of oxygen in the alveoli so that it diffuses in the blood. Does the exchange of carbon dioxide depend on the concentration of oxygen in the alveoli and the blood? Exchange of carbon dioxide depend on the concentration of oxygen in the alveoli? No. It's concentration of oxygen to oxygen, carbon dioxide to carbon dioxide. Yes. Because The gases move from high pressure to low pressure. So means oxygen depend on oxygen only. Means more oxygen number would be there. They move to toward the less number of. So it does not depend on that. Here the diagram given below shows the part of the respiratory system. Label quickly. Yes, P, yes, Q, ribs, R, heart, they are ribs, S, diaphragm, U, bronchi, T, alveoli. Now quickly, which part make air move into the lung? B. B means P and U. Fine? Any doubt? The movement of air into and out of the lung is called in and out respiration. In which part does oxygen move into the blood?
T.
Yes. Now in bronchitis, the breathing system produces too much mucus, and this might cause problem by first option, blocking the blood vessel. Second, increase amount of carbon dioxide in the lung. First, you see the point. The more mucus is secreted in the respiratory tract, so what it affects? Increasing the amount of carbon dioxide in the lung, making the wall of the capillaries thicker, slowing down the rate of diffusion of oxygen. Again you read it and go through. Read the options quickly. Just you think these are the alveolar sacs. If they are filled with the mucus, what would be happen? Or if they fill with water, or if they fill means something else. If means already something is there, then the less gases will be diffused in the blood. D. With regard to the respiratory system and the process of respiration in man, answer the following question. Okay, the first one, name the two muscles that help in respiration. Muscles. Two they are asking. Intercostal muscles and diaphragm. Briefly describe how the above mentioned muscles help in the respiration of air. I taught you in previous class. Yes, Appa. How the cavity increase? When the diaphragm contracts, then it vertically increase the cavity, and when the intercostal muscles contract, then and all the side. Cavity increase in all the side. Give the overall chemical equation to represent the process of respiration in man. Here you have to write the equation. Here so many places this aerobic respiration you have to write. Glycolysis and Krebs both. Then what is mean by residual air and dead air space? Yes, residual air. Even after forcibly expire. Means you are not there that day. Tidal volume is the volume when a person is quiet breathing, right? This person is in a sitting state and comfortably, quiet breathing is going on. At that time, whatever the air exchange goes in and out, that is called tidal volume. And that is 0.5 liter or 500 ml air. After that, means that after quiet respiration, how much one can inspire forcibly? Means one how much even after that. That is inspiratory reserve volume. And inspiratory reserve volume around 3000. Yes. And after the tidal expiration, means normal expiration in a quiet state, quiet respiration state, after that how much one can expire forcibly, that is called expiratory reserve volume. So even after the expiratory reserve volume, one has expired forcibly, then also some amount of air left in the lung, that is called residual air. Residual means leftover. The reason is that only so that it prevents from the collapsing, and body needs continuous supply of oxygen, so it prevents from means that stoppage or the what you can say interruption of the supply of these gases. That air is space.
Air is not there only.
Like tidal volume I told 500 ml. Out of 500 ml, only 350 ml reaches to the alveoli, rest 150 is there in the respiratory tract only. So only 350 is functional sort, where the exchange of gases occur with 350 ml air. Its exchange occur in between the 350 ml and 150 is left in the respiratory tract. So that is actually dead air space, because that is not taking part in respiration. Now here, the volume of air in the lung and the rate at which it is exchanged during inspiration and expiration is measured with the spirometer. I told you that, yes. And spirometer, and now this respirometer is also there. Spirometer on the basis of volume, they are calculating, and respirometer on the basis of concentration of carbon dioxide. They are the instrument. And this graph is known as spirogram. So here, this graph is there in the chapter also. Just go through it, all graph. Means what is tidal volume, what is inspiratory reserve volume, what is expiratory reserve volume, and then vital capacity. Yes, Jibran, vital capacity.